Hi, good evening. I hope sound is clear. So, this is Debajit. Uh, Today we discuss what is full stack. Full stack is actually a very nowadays it is a well-known subject which you can see everywhere in every interview. The clients are asking for full stack developer, and they have the very good amount of salary. They have packages. Okay, so in different companies, they have different pay structures according to their ideologies. Okay, so top recruiters for full stack developers in India has a estimated there is an estimated base salary which is approximately uh, I can say 10 lakh, 6 to 10 lakh per annum approximately, and it can increase huge amount. It is not a, it is just a for I am telling beginners level, but it can increase huge. It know what that is. I have my friends who are working on a good company who are earning 3 lakh per annum. That is a 36 lakh per annum, but it is not a full CTC. Unfortunately, it is a full salary is a 40 lakh like that in here. So that amount also be possible if you see in other jobs sites, recruitment site like Naukri everywhere. You can see there's a good picture if you just see that full stack developer. Even in not a full stack, it's a if you see that a front end developer in the React.js, they are also getting the good amount salary. Okay. So only thing which is missing during the interview for full stack development, the skill set which is required, people don't have that much of amount of knowledge. That's why they are getting stuck everywhere. So there are a lot of technologies are included in this full stack. Uh, so it's not a only back end, not is front end. It is combined of both. Even not only those two, it has some many more languages beyond this. Okay, so we have a just I have a jot down some of the salary structure where you can see that in IBM at approximately 65,000 so sorry 6 lakh 59,000 6 lakh 7 lakh around per annum beginners freshers in full stack like 1 year experience or 1 to 2 years experience. Okay, so like that, if you see Accenture, it is also it's all a service-based company. I'm talking about product-based company. It's a too much big uh, salary. Okay, same Accenture also like 6 lakh. It's a base salary I am talking about. Okay, per annum base salary. It's not a CTC. CTC is much more than that. Wipro also like that 5 lakh. That okay. Oracle is 13 to 16, 17. I think 14 to 6, 17 lakh. Yeah. So these are all the base salary which beginners are drawn in these companies, which I have my students who are working currently. Okay, previous batches. So that's why I'm telling you that where my colleagues who are already have experienced, they are drawing much more than that. Okay. So what we are looking for as a developer in full stack developer is the skills in depth you can have an individual contribution you can prove in your work project. Okay. So as an architect, we need this such developers in beginners, that is the junior developers as well as the tech lead, team lead. Okay, this is not team lead is not that nowadays not that much of um, good options because most of the companies are asking for the technical lead, not the team lead. Team lead is just managing the teams and day-to-day tasks. That is not only the part right now have everywhere right now have the technical role means technical focused role. So SME or tech lead roles are very much important today's world. So seeing that, I thought that we can start a journey full stack. What is the uh, topics we need to learn. I will discuss that. So this is the first I video I am uploading in YouTube. So for this full stack knowledge, okay. So uh, I already have batches. I teach those batches in full stack, regular batches. Okay, so those batches have the working professional and the college goers, students, everyone, even someone is already passed but not getting the jobs, looking for jobs. They're also getting involved in these batches. They're taking the courses. Okay, so I try to see that uh, these people should appear in the good companies and they should work in this selected in these companies so that they get a good project and good salary, okay, so that they are the bread earning member in their families, so they should have peace of mind, okay. So for that reason I try to coaching mentoring. Okay, so that's why today I will discuss that what are the full stack actually covers. Okay, so full stack actually, if I just show you one short note I have, I hope I am just sharing the same thing with you. Okay, so if you see this full stack, okay, so this if you see this is the full stack part. Okay, uh, that's the thing. If you see I'm just making it bigger. Hope you were able to see that. Say full stack actually have the front end. First, it is a front end because front end is very much important because user, as a user, when you visit any website, right now everything is in web development, websites. Every shops are now looking for the websites because the expansion of their shop in whole country or all over online, all over states. Okay, so that they get the more requirement. Okay, so customers will first come in the website UI. So website UI, that is the main thing front end is looking for. Front end is a, we can say this is a client side. Okay, client side part. Client side means client is a customer. So client is a customer. That customer we are mm, ask, asking them to log in or sign up or purchase some data, add to cart options. Okay, so those everything, browsing the e-commerce website, all the products, everything is in the front end, like Amazon, Flipkart, everywhere you can see. There's anything. This is just an example. Okay, so these front-end websites are developed using some UI related development uh, languages, or you can say the framework. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the main basic subjects, basic skills that are required as a front-end part. So for any front-end developer should have a good knowledge in HTML in CSS and JavaScript. HTML. HTML is we know everyone that is a markup language, hypertext markup language. CSS is the cascading style sheet, and JavaScript is the programming, object-oriented programming language. So that's the thing, that's the combination. The three child, I can say, front end. So those are very important. You should learn it. You should learn it at least basics. Okay, basics, not only basics will help you, actually you need to learn the basics, intermediate and the advanced part because HTML has, you can say that there are, you can divide it beginners and advanced two stage. CSS also same thing. JavaScript you can get three section because one section is will be very less for all over the knowledge. If you want the all over knowledge, full knowledge, okay. So beginner, intermediate, and advanced. These three stages are very important. So you should remember that part. Okay. So that's the thing. I teach everything. The batches are right now, HTML, CSS batches are going on, and in this last next month it would be the JavaScript new batch will be started, and one of batch is already continuing. So that actually, I say that is JavaScript. If you want to complete, you can need. If I have a batch, so I'm telling you to just to give you the example. Wherever you learn JavaScript, if you want to learn yourself, that is also fine. If you want to learn outside some institute, that also fine. So what just giving you an example, JavaScript alone will take 6 months if you take 2 days, 2 hours per week, 2 days and 2 hours. So total in 1 month it would be 16 hours approximately. Yeah, 16 hours. So 16 hours, and you think that 6 months is necessary, minimum necessary for just JavaScript language. Okay. So if you have the good knowledge already, then it will be faster. But otherwise, it will take the 6 months at least. So HTML is the basics. Every language has a structure, basic structure. HTML is that part. CSS is giving you the style sheet. Okay. JavaScript will give you the main action or the the muscle man, what we can say muscle man, that the muscle person, the action, all the actions, the dynamic actions. Actually, in JavaScript, we discussed everything in detail. So just now I am giving you the overview. We will come to another session in a live stream. I will come and I will announce that. So the thing is that you need to subscribe this our channel. Like if you want to ask, know anything, any topic, you can just comment in below. Okay. So HTML is giving you the structure, CSS giving you the styles, and JavaScript give you the actions. So this is the front end. Front end means always say front. Who does not know what is the mean front end? Because this recording, this video you are seeing from any uh, place and any type of knowledge you have, I think. So, if you are in school going students or college going students, you don't have the front end idea. For them, front end. Front means what? Front end means if the part you can see visible in front of you. So in website, what would be the front end? The UI, that part where you see in the e-commerce website like Amazon. Okay, but what is the back end? The back side. Back side means you can't see that normally. In a line, in a queue, suppose two persons are there in front of you, and one is back to another. So you can see the front person. You can't see the back person, right? If you it is in the queue. So back one is not visible to you. Front one is always visible to you. So that's the way it's the front end, and that back end is generally it is doing the task beyond the scene, the backside. Okay, so just like in a cinema, it's like cameraman. Okay, so just lighting persons. So same thing. Whom we don't know directly as a user or as a viewer, we can't see them directly. We can see only the front end part, but back end part has a huge task they have to do. Okay, and there is a middleware. I will say what is the back end it comes. I will mention you what is coming the front end. I will also mention that. So giving you the first idea, middleware it's a, like a bridge. Okay, bridge between the backend and the data storage part. So backend is the I said backend you can see what you can see backend server side development, and front end is a client side development because client can see this. But server side development, server part you can't see them. Okay, so that's the backend side. So backend this server side code and the there is a database that also a part of backend, but that database is a separate entity. It's inside the server, you can say, or in the cloud. But that data storage, those part are used for data storage, and that data storage and backend, those are bridge in between them. There's a language called, and some languages are there. So those actually framework or languages. So in each languages there are some like this type of middleware surface. So data storage, what do you mean by data storage? I already mentioned that data storage is one type of databases. You can say database. Database means data where you can data lies. Okay, all the data can lie there, that place. So two types of databases already we know, that is very important. Hopefully in college or everywhere you can already see the SQL, that is sequential query language. So that actually we can also say that relational data mapping. Okay, but NoSQL is something different that we normally nowadays it is very very important because data are so much huge, and there is a sometimes it is a uh, uh, SQL, that relation data is uh, difficult to store and difficult to handle those part. So in that situation, NoSQL comes and helps us. But NoSQL has an advantage, disadvantage. Similar, SQL also has an advantage and disadvantage. So both you should know. Okay. So I hope the sort is clear. So NoSQL used for collection. Collection means you can see that what is a collection. Collections means there is actually uh, num the data. I will give you some example of collections. So okay. But example of this type, NoSQL is MongoDB and SQL is Oracle. Okay, this is the example. Okay, and now data storage also have the cloud data storage. There's a cloud data storage also present. Okay, this database server cloud database also available. Okay, and another data storage is the cache. Cache has also I will come. What is the SQL, NoSQL? Yeah, okay, no worries. So cloud database, cache, NoSQL, SQL. These are all different type of data storage. What do you mean by cloud database? Cloud database means the database which are storing in some server or node that is actually in you can say that it is some structures which is cloud database means it's a the hardware and the softwares which are maybe not dedicated, it can be shared. Shared means I can say that it is a you can on demand you can ask that this much data storage volume I need, but in case of some issues, some hikes or some that data spikes will happen, that time you can increase that database size. So you can purchase that card easily. So delta amount of data increase, and that's why you are purchasing the new data size 250 GB or like extra data that is easily available for you for cloud databases. But in case of server data storage, that will be normally difficult for us because it is a price is much more than that. Okay, cloud is just delta amount of data you can get a support from them. Okay, so in detail it will be too much big. I just trying to give you the overview. We will discuss it later in some days. Okay, cache. Cache is two types of caches I have mentioned here. There is an in-memory cache and that application cache. Okay, so in-memory cache has the cache actually the server. It is stored in some server, but this server has using those are using the SSDs. SSDs you already know that these are the very fastest uh, operation, read-write operations are fastest there because of the that the hardwares are like this way. It is prepared. So Redis is one of type of in-memory cache. Aerospike is one type of in-memory cache. Okay. Application cache is another type of cache. I hope you should, as a programmer, know very well because mostly we are using the application cache regularly. That is, the data stores in the application and it retains only the till the application are running. Once the application is closed or stopped, that time the cache will be destroyed. Okay, so in-memory cache is a part where the data is stored and it will be retained if your memory, if your application stopped and started, there will be no issues. But in case of application cache, it would be difficult to store or retain the data. Okay, so that's the thing, main differences. So these are the very important points every developer should know, and if you don't know, then I think you should study those field. Okay, we in our course we discussed it very uh, in detail those things with example and lots of demos projects are we involved that part. Okay, so SQL and NoSQL. Here, SQL has some benefits I mentioned. So, what is the SQL benefits? SQL benefits. In full stack, I just trying to discuss little bit of everything. So, discussion. So, SQL has the data. There is a relationship data. Okay. So, if you have the tables, and that table in, if you say student table is there. It is a student. Student. Just I am mentioning. Another table is subject, or I can say stream. Another table is there. There is a mapping of the student and stream. Student and stream. Okay, so here suppose few students are there, their ID is mentioned, their name is mentioned. Okay, names are their name and their roll number or address are there mentioned. In stream, there is mentioned CSC, like in college, CSC, AC. Okay, this type of different streams are mentioned, and their details like how much, what are their curriculums, what are their subjects in which year, details are mentioned there. Okay, so at least I am telling you 1 year it is mentioned. Uh, First year I am telling. So CSC is for easier understanding. So like that. And student stream has this combination of student ID and there is also some IDs there. Okay, stream ID and that ID. So these students are involved in this stream ID. Okay, stream ID. Okay, so this is the student ID and this is the stream ID. Just I am telling you these two things. So these are two mapped in this final detail. Okay, so this is the relationship. So suppose here actually uh, sometimes it happens that I need to fetch the data for a specific student. So I need to find the student ID. Then I will go to this student stream table, find the ID of stream, and then I find what is the curriculum. And suppose if there's a some another table is marks of some uh, semester result. So that is also another mapping is there. So that also I have fetched. So then I can see the students' performance in a some stream wise or semester wise. Then I will get. So that many tables I need to fetch the data. I need to see the mappings. I need to store those in the databases. So that's the difference. For in case of any NoSQL database, all the data are stored in the JSON structure, and for all the IDs and names, subjects, exam related data for a specific student will be in one in JSON. Okay. Another JSON object has the same another structure but has a different student ID like that. Just like this, like Orco, student ID is 1 to 3, and subject he has this, year, this semester, this exam result is this. This is the Shantika 2, 3, 4 subject like that. Same before Vishwajit. So that's the thing the collections looks like. It's an array of JSON object. Multiple nested JSONs are also there. So once you fetch the 1, 2, 3 ID, and that will have all the details. No need to traverse different tables. So if in case any issues happen in the database during the fetch or multiple tables or mapping are failed, then you should not be worried about in case of this NoSQL because it's only one shot of fire. Okay, data info and data text. There is a one time, but in case of here, multiple data fetch happens. So that's the uh, because many places right now this type of structures are used that is called NoSQL database. Previously, mostly used SQL, which you already know in your college. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, and right now I telling you which are the benefits of this cache. Cache in-memory cache are fast loading, fast access of data rather than this going any of these databases because these are SSD and these are hard disk HDD. These are price also more than that. So that's the improvement performance. Application cache is more faster than in-memory cache because it relies on the cache itself. You need not to go anywhere else to get the data. In case in-memory cache also you have to go for server, but since it is a SSD, it's faster than database at least. Okay, but in application cache it is localized to the application, so backend applications, so it is very fast. So front end HTML, CSS, JavaScript, those are running web server. This you need to know. These are used in the release in the web server. And JavaScript has a few frameworks. React.js. This is a library, not a framework. We discussed in React.js course that is why it is library, why it is not framework in detail. Okay, AngularJS is a framework, Vue.js is a framework, JavaScript. So if you know the JavaScript very well, you can learn it very easily. Okay, middleware Express.js is one of the example already mentioned. What is a middleware? If you don't still have any issues, you can just revisit the previous uh, time videos. Okay, so if you see the backend has the application server it is running. It's a few languages which are backend in supports. That's like Java, Node.js, ASP.NET, PHP, Ruby, Python. Those are very popular languages. And in databases, SQL relational database, where I can provide anything, CRUD, create, read, update, delete operations, and its table or record will be updated. Example like for mobile friendly databases, there is a question, very important question comes, which is a mobile friendly database. So SQLite is one of them. Remember that. Oracle and MySQL is another type of database which are not used in mobile. because its footprint is much more than SQL Live. Okay, so footprint is much more. So if you learn these things in details, then it will be helpful. NoSQL is a collection, data-oriented databases, MongoDB, CouchDB, those are the example of them. So we learned the difference between them already. So a SQL is a relational DB, relational, all the foreign key, primary key, those relationships are there, unique constraints like that, not null, null. But in NoSQL, non-relational or collection-based database where you can see that collections, this is the collections, JSON. Okay, so these are the few details which are full stack have. Full stack have that CSS has a lot of frameworks right now. Bootstrap. Okay, there are many. Tailwind CSS, Balma, Materialize, Semantic UI. CSS process preprocessors are also used like SAS. Those you need to know, and we learn it in our course. Okay, JavaScript libraries frameworks I already mentioned. SQL, MySQL already mentioned. Okay, PostgreSQL. And this full stack actually have different of verticals like Marn stack, Marn stack, MERN, Marn stack. Okay, Marn stack. One is Marn, that is the MongoDB, ExpressJS, React.js, Node.js. These are the combination, main combination of this. Before that, you need to know the HTML, CSS. One is the main stack, MongoDB, ExpressJS, AngularJS, Node.js. One is the Java, Spring, full stack. One is the Python, the Django, full stack. So PHP full stack also is there. So like that, full stacks are important. Uh, so this any verticals you, I think at least you should know the Marn because it is most uh, important one, most widely used. React.js is mostly used. Even AngularJS also used, but you should learn the Java with AngularJS, Spring, this combination. Marn and Java Spring Boot and with AngularJS. These two verticals, if you know, they are two hands you will be ready. I always say my students, these two hands should be ready. Python, if you learn, very good because Python is a very easy language. Normally people start from the Python, but it's okay, it's easy. But Mark and JavaScript are most important. If you learn, most of the clients are expecting that one. Okay, PHP is very lessly used right now, but it is also used. It is not, no doubt, many companies are using that, but still, main Mar, Java, Python, those are very important. Okay, so this is the little bit over part. There's a LAMP also is there. LAMP is actually Linux, Apache, uh, MySQL, PHP, okay, LAMP stack. This is also another. So there are many stacks are there. You should know the testing. With this also you should know the testing and debugging skills because testing and debugging skills should have one developer. Unit testing are part of the developer end testing. Sanity testing is very important and part of the developer end testing. UAT testing is part of the testers. Okay, so at least testings, many projects we have know that we know that UAT is a part of testers, but most of the client are not able to afford that UAT in the small companies or middle level companies. So, project. So budget due to budget constraint, they ask the developer also doing the same testing because already they have, but it is not good, it is not expected. But still, you should have the knowledge of UAT testing. Otherwise, you can't know how the UAT part, UAT persons are testing. So that also at least developer in part you should know. In case of Java, you should know JUnit. Okay, so those things you should have the knowledge, understand the bugs find out, problem solving approach. For version controlling, you should know the GitHub, GitLab, anything there. So Git commands are very important rather than going for Git uh, through browsers. Okay, browsers through you can go, you can upload, you can add, you can create new repositories. Okay, fine. You can merge, you can push. But better you can if you have the knowledge in the command control. We learn it also in our course. So because these are very important because DevOps also require help sometimes help from developers, or developers should sometimes have to play the role as a DevOps. So that time it is very important to handle some issues, release or margin. Okay, so those things through comments. Okay. GitHub also have SSH authentication, different type of authentication. In backend also authentication, authorization are important. So there are a lot of things here in full stack you should learn. If you learn it, I say you would be a very good, solid engineer in today's world. The people are saying that the job market is not good, but no, that's not true. Job market is very good. The problem is the skills are not available. No college students have that much of knowledge we have when we go to visit some um, for interview purpose. Yeah, not every college are like that. Many colleges are students are very good. So if I am trying to say that you have to learn, focus mostly on the projects, learning the skills, those things will help you in the future. Definitely. So today, thank you for that. If you like, please like it, subscribe our channel for any new videos, or if I am planning to have a live webinar. So for that, I will actually attain all the questions you have directly interactively. So that will help you also. So for that, you need to subscribe the channel for getting the notifications, and the comments section you can mention anything, any if you have any ask. Okay, thank you so much. Bye for today.